Hi, I'm Luke,
And I'm Amy.
and together we'd like to invite you personally to attend our 7 Stages conference.
This introductory conference is actually a culmination of a journey that began way back around year 2000 when we were just two young professionals working in New York as engineers and lawyers, starting a family of our own. And then one day we came across Henry Blackaby's book called Experiencing God. At that time, we have felt so spiritually flatlined by our lifestyle of maintenance, even while living the American dream, that we decided that we wanted to ride whatever wave God would put before us as long as we can experience Him.
Long story short, we've been experiencing Him in miraculous ways since then. By riding a huge wave, we have seen tens and thousands of non-believers exposed to the gospel, thousands come to the Lord, and hundreds develop to be Jesus' disciples through what we've come to call 7 stages of spiritual growth. And the 7 stages repeated pattern is what we've discovered when we simply responded time and time again to the spiritual needs of the people around us. And now we're riding another wave to bring this discovery to the churches in different regions as a response to our own spiritual journey filled with frustrations growing up in the church.
You see, between the two of us, we actually have quite a few generations of believers, pastors and elders that precede us. I was practically born in the church and raised as an MKPK, a missionary kid, pastor's kid. Growing up, my family also visited hundreds of churches in Europe, the Americas, and Asia. And as a PK, there wasn't a service post that I hadn't assumed in one form or another at the church. And after we got married and helped plant churches and served in leadership roles, you can say that we probably have seen just about every problem any church can have. I certainly have had more than my share of pains and frustrations and disappointments, to the point where I actually wrote a letter in tears to God saying, "Can I leave now?" His response at that time was not what I wanted to hear, but he says, "Be faithful, because this is a test of obedience."
And it was that training in obedience that really led us on this 7 stages journey, which addresses issues of immaturity that is literally killing the church, decisive issues, unresolved conflicts, splits and departures, confusion of roles, and all this from people who really mean well and often victim themselves of misunderstandings and hurts. And this is precisely where the enemy wants us to be, discouraged and distracted from Jesus' commandment to make His disciples.
So we want to invite you to come to our 7 Stages conference, which is designed for everyone that is in a leading capacity in the church. Whether you're a deacon or elder or a pastor, planning committee member or a decision maker, or are discipling someone, and especially if you are a small group leader or have been invited by the pastor to be a small group leader.
The 7 Stages conference gives every church a very unique opportunity to sit down as a team and assess the health of your own church. We have over 100 questions that will help you isolate the healthy and hurting points of your church. Then, with an explanation of how people grow spiritually by stages, just like we do physically, we will give you the tools to plan how you can develop the people in your church.
The highlight in the conference comes when we alleviate every small group leader's fears of situations beyond my control. What in the world do I do? In this conference, we'll give every attendee an opportunity to role-play real-life crisis scenarios. We've seen God transform lives just from these role plays, which actually is a lot of fun and really brings people in your church together in ways that are unexpected.
And best of all, by attending the conference, we will put our 7 Stages app into your hands, which is developed by some of the top brains in software development. And with it, you can receive video-driven small group classes, which are designed to be interactive, practical, and incremental, developing people from spiritual infancy all the way to maturity, and then giving you trainings and tools to do outreach right in your area. Every class also comes with a corresponding daily devotional that not only takes you systematically through the books of the Bible, but is also designed to speak to the different spiritual stages of development for everyday application.
So welcome, and we hope to see you there.